Hello friends, welcome to Learner's Planet. Friends, in this session we are going to discuss the questions based on statements and conclusion. That means we have to evaluate the inferences. What are the inferences, what are the assumptions, and what is the difference between inference and assumption? We have already discussed in the first session of Introduction to Analytical Reasoning. Introduction of Analytical Reasoning. Okay, so I don't have to explain the same over here once again. So we just directly go to the session, directly start the session. Okay. Friends, in statement conclusion based question, one statement is given and based on that statement 2 or 3 conclusions are given. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3 conclusions are given. Now you have to judge. Suppose I talk about this particular question, a statement is given and two statements are also given over here, right? And they have mentioned them as conclusion. Now I have to judge whether this is the correctly drawn conclusion from the given statement or not, right? So you have to read these statements, right? The statement is basically this, but these statements, you have to read the statements and then you have to find whether this statement can be concluded from the given statement, okay, or is it the right conclusion of the given statement. Okay, so let's take this one. The statement, read the statement carefully. 10 persons who were on the waiting list could finally get berth reservation in the Frontier Mail. Now this is a statement given to us. Now we read the given conclusion over here and we have to find out whether these both of these or one of these can be concluded from the statement, right? So the first one is waitlisted passenger generally find it difficult to get berth reservation in the Frontier Mail. See, if you read the statement carefully, you will find this combination of words as a phrase could finally, right? That means the tone of the statement itself gives an idea that it was really difficult to get a reservation in Frontier Mail if you are in a wait list, right? So this conclusion can be drawn from the statement, right? So conclusion 1 follows. Now read out the second one. The number of berths available in the Frontier Mail is less. See, we don't have any idea about the number of berths which are available in the Frontier Mail, right? So we cannot give a conclusion, or we cannot conclude that whether they are more or less or sufficient, right? So this conclusion really doesn't follow. So we have just conclusion 1 follows. I hope you are clear. The statement over here, parents are prepared to pay any price for elite education of their children. Okay, so the conclusion first of all over here, all parents these days are well off. See, parents are prepared. That really doesn't mean that parents are well off. See, everybody wants the best education for his or her children, right? That really doesn't mean that he is well off and he can afford to go for the best education for his child. But everybody tries his level best. They are ready to pay, ready to work, and so they can afford their child education or his child education, right? But that really doesn't mean they are well off. Okay, so this conclusion really doesn't follow from the statement. They are prepared, right? You just concentrate on the words they are prepared. That means they are ready to manage the things. Okay. The other one, parents have an obsessive passion for a perfect development of their children through good schooling. So that's the same thing I was telling earlier. They whatever is possible for them, they are doing, right? Because they have an obsessive passion. Their child should get good studies, good education. For that, they are ready to do anything, right? So the second one can be concluded from the statement. So only conclusion 2 follows, and it doesn't need much elaboration as well. Okay. The statement here, we are having 2 statements. Mud houses are cooler in summer than stone and brick houses. Okay, mud houses are occupied by the poor only. Okay. The conclusion, the first one, poor people are more comfortable in summers than the rich. See, poor people are living in mud houses. They can protect themselves by the hot atmosphere in summers. but that really doesn't mean that they are more comfortable than the rich people in summers. See, rich people can afford to have air conditioners, coolers, and other sophisticated facilities in their houses, right? Which poor people cannot afford, or even they cannot think of, right? So just by living in mud houses, just by feeling cool is not at all enough, right? In fact, rich people are more comfortable, okay, as far as the atmosphere, the facilities are concerned. Okay, so this conclusion cannot be, we cannot conclude this, right? So second one doesn't follow, the first one doesn't follow. Let's see the second one. Stone and brick houses are more sophisticated than mud houses. See, that's actually a relevant conclusion. Here we are not talking about the sophisticated houses, or we are not talking about sophistication over here. Okay, so this conclusion is really irrelevant. So both the conclusions do not follow. So we can see say that neither one nor two follows. Okay. Statement over here. Patients with minor ailments usually do not go to eminent doctors. Okay. Conclusion. Eminent doctors remain too busy with the patient suffering from serious complications. That's really true. So it's very general actually. If we are having small but fever, if you are feeling fever, or maybe if you are having a minute headache, we don't go to neurologist just because we are having a headache, right? And this could be the reason, because see, the doctor will be too busy, right? He'll be looking after the patients who are suffering from serious complications. He's not going to take care of us, right? Just because we are having a small problem. Okay, so this it can be concluded, right? That's an individual's thought actually, which is literally true. Apart from that, their charges are rather high. Suppose if you are having a headache and if you go to a neurologist, his visiting charges will cross thousands, right? Will be at least, you can say, more than 1,000, right? So for a small problem, you do not go to doctor just because they are charging they'll be charging really very high, right? So what do? You just take pills and you just try to avoid the visit. Okay, so both the conclusions are individually, we can say they follow. So see, we are having both 1 and 2 follow, but we have to choose if either 1 or 2 follow. Both of them are individual reasons, right? Individual conclusions. So both cannot be followed simultaneously. So we have to choose option 4 over here. Either 1 or 2 follow. We have this region also. We have this reason also. Okay. The statement over here, the use of non-conventional sources of energy will eliminate the energy crisis in the world. Okay, the conclusion over here, the modern technology is gradually replacing the conventional sources of energy. So just read the statement carefully. The use of non-conventional sources of energy will eliminate, right? The process has not yet started. It's not yet started. So we cannot conclude this, the modern technology is gradually replacing, because the process is yet not started. It will eliminate, right? It is not there already. Okay, so the first one cannot be concluded. The second one, the excessive exploitation of environment has led to depletion of conventional sources of energy. See, according to the statement, there exists an energy crisis, which that's very clear. That will eliminate the energy crisis, right? So an energy crisis is there. That means this statement can be or this can be concluded. The excessive exploitation of environment has led to depletion of conventional sources of energy, which it can be concluded, because there exists energy crisis. That's clear from the statement. So the only second one follows, that's this one. Okay. In a one-day cricket match, the total runs made by a team were 200, and out of these 160 runs were made by spinners. Okay, the conclusion one, 80% of the team consists of spinners. See, in a cricket match there are 11 persons, right? And 80%, that means 8 or 9 people are spinners. That is that's mentioned over there in this conclusion. Now practically, if you see, if 160 run are made by a spinner, that does it mean that there are 8 or 9 spinners? Maybe 2 spinners, maybe 3 spinners are there, and they have collectively made this many runs. It's not necessary that 80% spinners are there or 8 or 9 spinners are there and they have made 160 runs, right? So it cannot be concluded from the statement. The second one, the opening batsman was spinners. If the even it is not necessary that the opening batsman spinner, then only the team will be able to make these many runs, right? So that's an incorrect conclusion. So both of them are incorrect. So we can say it's neither one nor two follows. The statement, these apples are too expensive to be bought. Okay, conclusion. When apples are in short supply, the prices go up. See, here the statement is talking about the particular apples, that these are too expensive to be bought. That means they are so expensive that they cannot be, they can't be bought. Okay, so this conclusion actually irrelevant. They are not talking about any short supply or excess supply over here in the statement. Okay, so this conclusion cannot be drawn. Second, but the higher the selling price, the superior is the quality of the commodity. It is actually a general acceptability. You assume that if the thing is too expensive, it will be really better in the quality. It should not be bad because it is expensive, right? So second conclusion is valid, can be drawn from the statement. So I think it is conclusion 2 follows. Okay. Statements. The TV programs telecasted specially for women are packed with a variety of recipes and household hints. A major portion of the other statement, the major portion of magazines for women also contains the items mentioned over here. That means a variety of recipes and household hints, tips and tips for their day-to-day household working, right? The conclusion over here, the women are not interested in other things. See, if women are not interested in other things, why the things like this, the variety of recipes and household hint will be telecasted, right? So this conclusion cannot be drawn from the given statements. Okay, if these sort of things are telecasted, that means it is found that women are interested in these things. Okay, so that's an irrelevant conclusion, cannot be drawn from these statements. An average woman's primary interest lies in home, especially in the kitchen. See, the survey might have found the interest of the ladies, interest of the women, right? That's why they are telecasting this thing, right? So it can be concluded that the average women primary interest lies in home, especially in the kitchen. So they do take interest in these sort of programs. Right, so this conclusion is valid, can be drawn from the given statement, right? So the conclusion 2 follows over here. This an easy one over here, doesn't need much explanation. Statements, National Aluminium Company has moved India from a position of shortage to self-sufficiency in the metal. So that means initially there was a shortage, now we are self-sufficient as far as aluminium is concerned, right? So the first conclusion, previously India had to import aluminium. Yeah, if there was a shortage, that means we had to import aluminium. So it can be concluded, because from a position of shortage to self-sufficiency, that means earlier there was a shortage. If there was a shortage, we had to import, right? So that can be concluded easily. With the speed, it can soon become a foreign exchange earner. Precisely, earlier there was a shortage, now we are self-sufficient. If the speed continues, obviously we'll be having surplus of aluminium. If we have surplus of aluminium, then we'll be able to export that, and if we are going to export that, we'll be able to earn foreign this exchange, right? So this conclusion is also valid. So in fact both of them are valid, and both of them are valid together. In fact, no either is required. It's both 1 and 2 follow, right? Both 1 and 2 follow. The statement over here, the percentage of the total of the national income shared by top 10% of household is in India is 35. That means 10% of household are having 35% of national income, right? 10% of household are having 35% of national income, right? So the conclusion over here, when an economy grows fast, concentration of wealth in a certain packets of population takes place. See, it is nowhere mentioned in the statement, right? It is an you can say irrelevant conclusion. Here they just have mentioned that it is the situation, right? You cannot conclude what happens when an economy grows. Okay, so this is an irrelevant conclusion. The national income is unevenly distributed in India. So the statement is showing the same thing, because that 35% of the national income is among 10% of the people. So it's an uneven distribution of national income. So second is can be directly concluded from the statement. So only conclusion 2 follows, right? I'm sure you are clear. Our friends will be taking more questions on the topic in our coming sessions. Do revise this session and the previous ones. Bye bye.